So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. CrazyCatLady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair educational for and entertainment purpose. It's like it's all they did. Well, those years ago. See? No, I don't want to do any more of it.
Hi everyone, Martha here. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been playing, since I've not been doing a playthrough of this game, but playing on its side, because I've only decided to do games that are either Disney related or ones I already done as playthroughs. Since I don't get that, I decided just to focus on doing TV shows and trailers and stuff like that, but I still do get playthroughs every now and then, not all the time. I got this game called Black Myth Wukong, and I finally beat it. It took me at least, I don't know, a month to beat, because, man, these bosses were tough. But before we get to talking about the game, I do want to rate these 6 animations that you get every single chapter of this game. Because you know me, I love animations. And I really wish they would do this in every video game, but it was really cool when it first happened. Now, none of these animations are bad. That's why it was really hard for me to pick which ones should I put in which order. But I do want to talk about it during this game since it's part of the game, and it kind of tells the story of what happens in each chapter, kind of, or a side mission in each chapter. So yeah, let's get started with this one, which is called, the first one we play is number 6, I See, and it tells the story of the bear that we fight at the very end of chapter 1, of how he came the bear. So a little boy finds a big bear and then goes to become a monk or something like that, and brings a blanket, and then we see the head monk like get enamored and wants to cover this blanket that he got, so much so where he literally turns into a bear and causes the fire to happen. And I notice when this happens, Wukong's in the back watching it happen. And this part, I don't know, it's not the one it's still a good animation, but it's the one I like the least, but it's still good. So I give that one number 6. And I won't be able to play all these together, because I can't. I'll try my best to show how much as I can in this. So, number 5 is Nonsense. Nonsense is about a big fish character who, I think it's supposed to be Yellowbrow here, and he is released, turns into a weird like fish character or an anteater, and he gets caught by this village near the sea, and he heals them and shows that every time he cuts himself, he has treasure comes out of him. And he also can heal the sick, because he heals a little boy who's about to die or something like that, and heals them, and then his slobber cleans them. So gross, but yeah. Then he makes it rain fish for the village, so they have enough to eat. And then I guess I don't know, like maybe like day or two goes by, and they start worshiping him. And eventually, one of the villagers brings a knife. And he, I guess, maybe Yellowbrow hypnotizes him or something like that, makes him come over to stab him and destroy the creature, and then all the village joins in on it and starts to become greedy. Somehow Yellowbrow survives all this, because I think he's a god or something like that, or a demon, and one of I guess another god or demon comes and, or Yagwai, comes over and says, well, basically, you did all that to prove a point. And he says, yes, I did prove a point. That greed wins in the end, basically. This cartoon reminds me of, if you guys ever seen, what is it? Spirited Away. During that one scene with No Face, where they're when they were trying to give that guy a bath and try to get him to stay there, and he keeps on, like, pouring money out there. And eventually he keeps on getting bigger and bigger, and he ends up eating them because of them getting greedy. So that's what that animation reminds me of that one. Now, for number 4 is the last one you see after you beat the game, and that one is called Unfinished. And this one basically, I guess, tells the story of Sun Wukong. So, since I don't know much about story of Journey to the West, I didn't like this one. This one I decided to put in the middle, but I did like the animation. I didn't understand what's really going on, but because there's technically 2 stories with 2 animations that have him in it, where he's actually one of the characters. But I did like the ones that showed the characters from Journey to the West in it. Probably the most out of besides my favorite one. But I guess it's like showing all the ones where all the stories where he beats the guy who's supposed to be like Tien from Dragon Ball, who, when you fight him in this game, he was pretty hard. I don't know, it took me about a couple days to beat him. And he's like one of those secret bosses you don't have to do. And then it like shows him like drawing his name, breaking a orange. And then we see him having him inside of Buddha's hand. And him like saying, let's go fight the Celestial Order with a bunch of his friends. And that's why I picked that one as number 4. Now number 3 is, what is this one? Destin, where we learn about the Bull King, who's one of Wukong's friends and helps him fight Heaven, but he also has a kid with Princess Iron Fan, and has a boy named Red Boy, who we do fight in this game. We don't fight the Bull King because he's hurt during this game, but he watches Sun Wukong die during this animation, and he loses a lot. He loses his wife because she died during giving birth or something to Red Bull. And how bad a boy is, he's literally supposed to be a demon, Red Boy is. And him dealing with the fact that he had to watch one of his best friends die, and what he's supposed to be watching his back. So that's what I think about that one. Then number 2 is Listen Knock, which is about what's his name? The pig. Hold on. Jubaji, which I did like him in this game. Then I guess he falls in love with the spider lady. I guess he has a lot of loves in this animation. And I guess that's why he turned into a pig. Which also, again, reminds you of Spirit Away. Because of what happens to the parents in that. If you, like, let your, if you act like a pig, you're gonna turn into a pig, basically. Because since he likes 3 different ladies in this animation, and when he finally picks one, he turns into a pig. When he's like running through like laundry, and when he finally finds her, he realizes that he's a pig. She runs away, and when he like finds her bathing, he turns into a fish, but he still has the snout, which is kind of cute. And he goes over to her as a fish, and she like recognizes it's him, just in a different form. And so she like goes over and like swims with him, and then they go into another part of the lake, and finds out that she's just as much of a beast as him because she's a spider lady, and a weird love, but they still like each other. And so that's why I look at that one. And the last one. The first one, the best one I like, because I like stop motion, even though I really don't like the ending of it, is Death Ear. Because I guess since it's my favorite, one of my favorite animations, is stop motion. In this one, a man finds a fox who has injured paw with I guess a centipede that attacked it, and he takes it home, and wraps up its paw, and gives it water. Then he falls asleep, and he has the most strangest nightmare in the world, where the fox is actually a woman, and they end up falling in love. They have kids, 3 kids, and when he goes out hunting, like get water or something, comes back. I guess it's been a couple years since one of the kids is a teenager. He comes back and he finds out that his wife has killed his kids in the nightmare. And so this part I don't like, when he wakes up and realizes that if this is true, he kills the fox. Like, I don't like that part. Don't take it out on the fox because you have a bad dream. But I did like the anime. I did like this one nonetheless, even though I didn't like the ending. But I did like these animations. They're really good. So I'm sorry if I'm not able to show them during all this. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Now on to the game.
Why did you do that? It's not the fox's fault you had a nightmare.
Men, beasts, Buddhas, Yaoguais. Each of them bears a distinct root from birth, superior and inferior. None should disturb what's decided. Am I right, Sun Wukong?
So what happens in this game is that you play. At first, I thought you're playing Wukong's, one of Wukong's clones or hairs, but turns out this is a Wukong version who forgot who he was, and that's why your character doesn't talk. And you have to go through the game trying to get back your memories, basically, and get back your ability to be who you are, or to be the god that you are. And you go through a forest, and at the very end you fight the big bear and two big Buddhas, two big, I guess, Buddhas. I don't know what they are, but. And you can also fight a dragon. That all the dragons in here are lightning dragons, because I guess in China all dragons do use lightning. But when you go further in the game, the more these dragons look human. And so I did like the forest area. I think the desert one was chapter 2 was probably my favorite one. I found it funny that we kept on meeting this guy who has no head and he's playing a banjo. Who's like I keep on thinking it's a Scottish accent, but it's not, because I heard that apparently this is a different part of China or Asia where they have the same accent as they do in Scotland, I guess. And then we have the chapter of Winter, where we meet Zubazi, and he stays with us through until the very end of the game, which is good, because playing a character doesn't talk very much, doesn't talk at all, kind of sucks. And this is where we meet Yellow Brow and Axel Buddha as a little kid, and we end up finding out for a while we're on top of a giant turtle, which kind of reminded me of Avatar. And there was also a giant turtle in God of War, but we don't ride that turtle. But I did like that part, and I did like the fight we had with Yellow Brow, where he literally puts us on one of those Chinese things you go into a Chinese restaurant on the wall, and then we fight on that thing. And for a while during this chapter, you can turn into the fox that got injured, and then we find the mean man who killed her. And take him. And there's also every single chapter you fight a frog too. And then chapter 4 we have the spiders, which I did find that chapter scary, but it's still good because we fight spiders, centipede, and the scorpion. And also eventually we fight a dragon who, I guess, are these 3 animals. There's 4 animals are from the. Have you guys seen the Chinese zodiac symbols when you go to the Chinese restaurants? Oh, and I'm a snake, but they did not have. They had a dragon during the Chinese. And there's also a monkey, a fox, and a tiger, who are basically one gives you your the things that help heal you. And the fox gives you some or a dog, or whatever he is, gives you the pills to help you get your defense up, your healing up, and your mana that helps you, like, and it gives you powers, like, makes you allow you to make clones of yourself, turn into different forms, stop person, and like go for them. So, and the dragon, I guess, gives you some like stuff that you can help you make yourself a bit stronger, like make your get more armor and stuff like that. And you go to the tiger, who you can fight. That helps you with your armor, and it helps you with get your staff better, stronger, because you use your staff and use a staff in this game. Then, after we beat the Mr. Centipede, we go to a fire mountain where the Bull King is, and we fight. We're being led by a fox, who we find out later at the end of the chapter is actually Red Boy in disguise of his sister, I guess. I don't know. And we end up finding him in order to save his dad, but his dad ends up dying at the very end. Then we can go and get back our memories by going and fight the third eye dragon, the third eye guy, and then we can go back to fight the heavens, where we can finally ride the Nimbus Cloud in Chapter 6, which is really fun to do. I kind of wish that we had Nimbus during the whole entire game, but I can understand why they saved him to the very end. Because we had to go find, I guess, the first Wukong, who's still under the rock, that at the very beginning of the game, where after we watch Wukong fight the guy with 3 eyes, we see a rock that has it. We lift the rock up at the very end of the game, and we go and find Wukong, and we fight ourselves, basically. Now, this guy took me about, I guess, I would say about 3 days to beat, but I say the first phase of his fight was actually harder than the second phase. Though I did find the second phase have a lot of very naughty things. Not bad, not that kind of naughty, but things that they shouldn't do. That because if you try to heal yourself during the second phase, he takes your potion and drinks it, and to make you only have half left. Then he gets on top of the Nimbus Cloud and like grabs you and stuff like that. And when you try to like get on top of your staff and he like grabs it and like swings you around because he's actually bigger than you. And then it ends with the animation of the unfinished one, and we also get to have the one we just fought's crown. So I did like this game. Probably gonna give this one like a 9 out of 10. The only thing I just really wish that he would talk in this, but the character you play. But it's not the first time I play the game where the character doesn't talk. Legend of Zelda much, but yep, I still love it nonetheless. It's pretty good, and I did not expect I would, because how hard some of these bosses are. I didn't know I didn't actually beat it, but I did. It just took me a while. So, I'll try to get, like I said, we're going to get this 1 to 9, so I'll see you guys later. Like, if you're and subscribe, and we'll play it. It's really good. Bye-bye.